This is going to hurt, but I'm going to give you 3 signs to know that you are a placeholder. Number 1, y'all been talking for months and even dating, and he will not post you, but he's very active on his social media. See, I understand the mindset of people love to ruin good things, but notice he's going to post his car. He's going to post his money. He's going to post the things that make him proud. So why won't he post you? Number 2, y'all have been together for years and years, 3, 4, 5 years, and they still won't marry you. I'm talking about you done pushed out his babies. Y'all living together, playing house. He still won't marry you. See, this one has to hurt the most because you've invested so much and you're waiting on that moment. He's not going to ask you to marry him because you're not who he wants to be with. In his mind, he wants something better. Because see, the way social media works, he's looking at all these other girls who's prioritizing beauty and fitness. And you over here losing yourself to build this man up. And even though you would think, well, he see that I'm loyal and that I love him and I'm all these things. But at the end of the day, he's online looking at women. He's comparing her to you. And if he really got his dream girl, he wouldn't risk the thought of somebody else taking her. He would marry her and meet her demands. See, the reason why he's so comfortable with dragging you along all these years, because he believes that he's the prize in a relationship. You not the prize. And that he's the best thing that ever happened to you. That's what he think. Because he doesn't respect you, he's not afraid to lose you. He's not. So as women, we must prioritize fitness and beauty, self-care. So you can become out of his league. Remember, his currency in the dating world is money. Your currency is your beauty. So it could take him years to build his bank account up. Whereas it can only take you a couple months. Lose a few pounds. Get your hair done. Prioritize self-care. And you're already out of his league. That's the beauty of your currency, is that if you prioritize self-love, you're out of his league now.
Okay, ladies, these are another set of signs that you are a man's placeholder. And I know a lot of people think placeholder and rebound are the same, but it's a difference because it's a lot longer and it's dangerous for the woman long term. Number 1, he's with you because you feed his ego. You are safe for his ego. You don't challenge him like his past relationships did. He can sit here and play fake healed. He's above it. He's more of a good man for you simply because he's rewarding you for not challenging him. But eventually he wants that challenge, which he respects long term. But the women that call him out know the real him. And for you, he can sit here and play the I'm not the villain, I'm the good guy. Number 2, you are emotionally available for him and he's just physically there. Now, this is where the dangerous part comes into play, because let's just say he has an ex that he's not completely over, where that chapter, he's not ready to close it. But to you, he told you that he's detached, he's moved on, she's this, she's that, she's done. Anytime a man constantly downplays his ex or old situation, but never points out the wrong that he's done, he's not over that woman. Regardless of what he tells you, he'll even tell his homeboys that, oh yeah, I'm over that. But look how he responds every time she's being brought up. Why is she even brought up in the first place? It's like she may not be there, but her presence, her spirit is hovering over your relationship. Now you feel like you're in constant prove it mode, just so you can get his affection. And now you're in competition with a woman that you don't even know. And if you do know, you're pretty much going to be resentful towards her, but really it's a projection of your anger for him. But you're scared to say it because you're scared to lose him. Number 3, which leads to, if you was to leave, will he be bummed out? Sure, because he no longer has the access to you, but it's not like he's going to lose sleep. Number 4, He's committed to the perception of the relationship, the surface part of it, but he's not really committed to you. He likes the companionship, not the actual commitment. Some men like to have that constant access of saying, I got a woman. I believe this is number 5. And deep down, let me know if you want a part 2, but deep down, you know that he's not really in it and that you're just staying for the sake of having him in your presence because you don't want to be alone. And he knows that, and that's why he breadcrumbs you with this relationship.
Hey, my K babes. Welcome to another Chats with K, home of the real and raw chats. Ladies, don't be a placeholder in a man's life. That is not the place that you want to hold in a relationship. Being a placeholder will only waste your time and it will only take up space from the person that really wants to be with you. So let's continue to listen to this video to learn more about this topic. And in the end, I'll share my final thoughts.
It's literally the worst shit ever. Like, you know how wrong it is to be looking at a person, spending all of your time with them. You know what I'm saying? Doing everything that lovers do. And then, boom, you find somebody else that's better because you was looking all along anyway. Now you find somebody that's better and now they heartbroken. It's not right. And I'm speaking to myself too. It's not right. It's just not right.
If a man is dating multiple women, right, usually there's a hierarchy. There's a woman he actually wants at the top, but can't have for whatever reason. And then he has other women in his life, right, who he occasionally checks in on. You see, these women don't get all of his time, all of his affection. They aren't priorities to him, but he keeps these women on a leash, right? He keeps them on a hook, right? By dropping text messages or giving them phone calls every now and then, giving them the impression that he actually wants to be with them, that he's actually interested. He does this while trying to acquire the woman he actually wants. If you're that woman receiving text messages inconsistently and phone calls inconsistently, he's using you as a placeholder. He's using you to fill time until he actually gets the woman that he wants. Do not be used that way. Men do it all the time. Watch out for it.
So I just saw this video from a woman who asked her soon-to-be ex-husband, how exactly did you reconnect with the woman that you had an affair with? And he says, it was her birthday, so I texted her and wished her happy birthday. And she was like, how did you remember her birthday from like almost 8 years ago? Like, you don't even remember your own son's birthday. And he was like, I don't know. I just remembered it. And it reminded me of the video that I did maybe a year and a half ago where this man was being interviewed man on the street style. And the interviewer asked him, was he with the love of his life? And he said,
I have a lover and then I have love interests. The one that I want is not available, so I have to occupy my time dealing with women that I'm not interested in that much.
And the interviewer said, do these women know that you're just dating them in the meantime? And he was like, no. Men will absolutely marry you, have kids with you, spend years with you, all while they're waiting on the woman that they actually want to become available. That woman was special to him, and he knew that. He knew that when he had that kid with you. He knew that when he married you. And the only reason why he's with you is because she probably wouldn't take him or the timing wasn't right for them back then. But he always knew that he was going to spin the block. I don't think it's crazy if you're dating these men to ask them, is there any woman on this planet that if she ever gave you another chance, you would take it? Now, he may or may not tell you the truth, but I would much rather say he lied to me than to say I never asked.
When a man puts you in the category as a placeholder, that means you have the potential to be a wife. You're just not fit to be his wife. When a man don't discuss the future with you, that's not good. That means he's still searching for the woman that he really wants. See, a man can be with you for 5 to 10 years, not happy with you, just settling with you, have babies with you, leave you and turn around and be in a whole new relationship. Do all the beautiful things for his new woman that you asked him to do and wanted him to do. This is why I say to you, stop begging a man. Stop preaching to a man. He hears you. You're just not the woman that he wanted to do those things for. A man changed for the woman that he really wants to be with. Anything that a man loves, he takes care of it, especially his woman. So if he's not taking care of you, responding to you, wanting to do those nice things for you. Unfortunately, he doesn't like you, nor does he love you. He's just there, passing time with you. Make sense? Of course it makes sense. Enjoy your night, Nat Nation. And as always, remember, I told you.
These are some signs that your man is using you as a placeholder girlfriend and not the dream woman. If you are currently confused by your man right now and you want to know where you stand with this relationship with him, I'm going to break it down. This is something that you need to know. Number one is that they will have this wandering eye. They cannot help but look at other women in front of you, comment on other women, how beautiful they are, liking pictures on Instagram, liking stories, messaging women. If you catch all of that, they are not fully invested or fully in the relationship. If a man really, really was into you, he would not be entertaining other women. If you are the dream woman, they will not even think about another woman. Like, they will praise the dream woman in their life. They won't even entertain other women, I'm telling you right now. Number two, they will make fake promises to you. They'll make a lot of promises, never follow through. They'll tell you they're gonna go on a trip together, and he never plans it. He tells you he's gonna propose after a year, nothing happens. He promises a lot of things that do not come about. That is how you know this man is not fully invested in this relationship. A man is very good about keeping their word, especially to a woman that they are in love with. So if he's not keeping his word, that is a huge indicator that he is not fully seeing you as his dream woman. Most men understand that they need to keep their word. If you don't keep your word as a man, that's not very manly, right? So if they don't care about how that looks to you, they do not see you as that dream woman. Three is that they act very nonchalant with you. You can tell them about accomplishments, about your day, and they're just very like, oh, okay, cool. I'm like, that's all right. That's awesome. Okay. Like, you can tell they're not fully engaged with you. With their dream woman, someone they're truly in love with, they'll be so interested in what this woman has to say. They'll give input. They'll just praise you while you're talking, right? They just are going to be very nonchalant if you're just this placeholder, 100%. They'll look disinterested. They just won't be very present with you. That is definitely a key indicator that you are not someone they see long term. Four is that he does not seem very proud to even have you by his side. Like, he's very nonchalant, again, like with your presence. Like, he's not out here proudly claiming you're his girl, right? He's not even using any nicknames, like maybe like, here's my wife, you know, like especially if the engagement was coming up soon or you guys talk about a future together and there's no indicator from him that there's this proudness, this enamoredness with you, right? You are not someone he sees long term. Someone he sees long term in his future, he's gonna be like, my girl, this is my girl, this is my woman, you know, like he's going to talk about you very proudly. And if he's not doing that, girl, I'm telling you right now, you need to run. Most men who are so happy to be with their woman, they will claim them proudly, okay? So if he's not doing this, this is like one of the biggest signs that you are not someone he sees as his dream woman. And five, if he just avoids any future talk with you, okay? If he just really does not like talking about the future with you, if he never mentions the future, if he's always mentioning I statements and not a lot of we statements, you are a placeholder, unfortunately. A man who is excited about a future with a woman, he cannot help talking about the future together. He cannot help including you in his plans because he can't imagine his life without you. So if he's constantly talking about plans for himself, plans for what he needs to do for his future, no. Huge sign that he only sees you temporarily and he is using you for now to keep him some sort of companionship, company, whatever, but he is waiting around to find his ultimate dream girl.
People be in whole relationships with people and they can move on a day later because you just a placeholder for somebody. They wasn't taking you as serious as you were taking them. And that's the harsh truth. It wasn't for them what it was for you. At the end of the day, you have to understand everybody don't look at relationships the same. For some people, it's just something to do with it. And sometimes something better done came along and that's why they like, bye. And then a day later, they're dating someone else.
Yeah, listen, here's how you know if you're in a placeholder or a seat filler position with a man, okay? Because women come to me all the time, and just as a man that has changed my life, seeing women waste their best years of their life with someone who was just wasting their time really hurts my heart. So coaching women and them telling me that they've been with a man for 3 years, 8 months, 2 years, whatever, and he's saying that he's unsure about you, or if he's unsure that he wants a relationship with you, he's leaving out 2 words, with you. Or I had women who say, Alex, we broke up, but we still talk every day. Or why did he just come back out the blue? Or I hear, Alex, it's like we broke up, but we're still seeing each other. It still feels like we're dating. I want to help you out right now because there's so many women right now who are stuck, and it breaks my heart. When a man does that and he still talks to you, you have to understand that he does not want you, but he doesn't want anyone else to have access to you either. The number one reason why is he wants to keep you close because he still wants to see what else is out there. He wants to play the field, and this is how you become a seat filler or a placeholder. This is how he ends up looking for his wife or his next situationship, or finding a new woman to stay with while he's entertaining you. This is the type of man that he knows that you're a people pleaser. He knows that you have a heart of gold, and it's hard for you to walk away. He knows that you cut people off for him. You made changes for him. He knows that you have a nurturing ability and that you were created for love. This is why I always tell you, men give women darkness, so you need to be able to be a light within yourself to know when to walk away, because that's the type of man that knows that you invested money, time, energy, and you don't want to just cut ties off and allow another woman to reap the benefits of what you helped him obtain. But guess what? A man that brings this amount of confusion into your life is not for you. When you see another man go to another woman, listen, you're only seeing the highlights. You don't know what's going on behind the scenes. You only see the actions. You only see the flowers. You only see the car. You only see the trips. But what you don't see is, you don't see how he's putting his hands on her. You don't see how he didn't come home last night. You don't see how he is verbally abusing her. So she's not going to make anything seem less than perfect when she's posting. And so if you're the type to watch, she's going to give you a show. On my bio and click that link and go get my new ebook, The Healing Words. It's going to help you understand a lot of this stuff, man, and keep your heart soft. But it's just like a lot of women, they're too worried about the man behind them, turning their neck behind them. And they miss out into the real man that is standing in front of them, the one trying to be a part of their life, the one trying to show up for them, the one that's giving their effort, the one that's giving their time, the one that's giving their devotion, right? Let me know if y'all want part 2 to this, because I really want y'all to understand something here, that you don't lose a good man. You lose a man that is no good for you. Love. Oh, God.
So my ladies that are in their 20s, listen up. I wish I would have knew this or took heed to this in my 20s, now that I'm in my 30s. But if there's a man that you're involved with and he breadcrumbs you, meaning he's hot and cold, he's in and out of your life, please take it upon yourself to exit stage left and do not waste any more time on this man. You will forever be a placeholder. You're not his dream girl, and quite frankly, you're wasting your time. You're gonna look back one day and go, damn, this man really moved on to the dream girl, and you're just playing catch up. Do yourself a favor and move on.
Let me be 100 with y'all. I'm not chasing no man, and I'm not gonna beg you and ask you twice. What you gotta understand is the most precious thing to a man is time. So if a man don't feel like you important enough to come see about you, to come be in your space and dedicate his time to you, you gotta understand when you are a placeholder. Some men only like the fact that they are able to entertain you because of who you are, but they don't have any intentions on actually courting you and dating you. One thing I had to understand was that part right there. I'm not about to sit up here and have meaningless conversations. The what you doing text messages, the meaningless calls. Baby, come see about me. If you really like me, if you really trying to see what I'm about, if you really rock with me, you gonna dedicate your time to come see about me. One thing that you gotta understand is that part right there. All those sporadic conversations and they calling every other day, cut it. You are what you entertain. So if you're always entertaining temporary connections, that's eventually what you're going to become in somebody's life, is a temporary connection. One thing I had to understand was, baby, I got tired of always being temporary in people's life. So I had to start paying attention to the things and the type of people that I was entertaining. When you're always entertaining people who sporadically come in and out of your life whenever they get ready, that's because you have to learn how to start being stern on what you are about, your worth, your value, and all of those things that goes into account. When you actually do the work and know who you are, you're not entertaining the meaningless conversations. You're not entertaining the people that's not dedicating their time and really showing you that you're a priority. You're entertaining the people that actually show up on your behalf like you show up for them. You're actually entertaining people that know how to reciprocate, and you ain't got to beg and ask twice. You feel what I'm saying? That's one thing that I have learned. Me begging you and asking you twice is a no-no. Because anytime that I have to really double text or blow up your phone, baby, you're not for me. You're not for me. And one thing I have learned, I'm not one of them women who stick around and wait on you to want me or wait on you to see me. Baby, once I'm presented to you and you don't take the opportunity to actually realize who you got in front of you, you're just going to miss out on it. And you're going to have to pray and ask God to bring it around again.
How to tell if you are the placeholder girl and not the dream girl. Disclaimer here, this is not to say that you are not amazing, you are not a queen in your own way. It is just to say that men have a very specific type. Just think of it like a puzzle piece. There's one specific puzzle piece that is going to fit into this puzzle, and it's not about how amazing you are, it's just about if you fit. And men know, and they will literally tell you. It is not that hard to interpret. Number one, is he bad at communication? Is he bad at making plans? Is he bad at texting you back? Is he vague with his communication on, where this relationship is? Is he vague about how he feels about you? Because men are simple creatures and they mean exactly as they say. If they want to see you, they are going to text you back and they are going to make plans with you. They are going to make sure that they see you and that they can lock you down. Which brings me to point number two, are they not locking you down? Because if you are his dream girl, he is going to lock that shit down as quickly as possible. Inserting a little personal anecdote here. With my ex, it was very, very vague commitment. He didn't really know what he wanted. He didn't really know where he saw me in his future. And me being me and being young and crazy, really wanted to know where I stood. And I pushed us into an engagement and marriage, and we got divorced. And then my husband literally locked me down as quickly as possible. The second we were in person together, will you be my girlfriend? A few weeks later, will you marry me? A few months later, we were married. If he wanted to, he would. Number three, wandering eyes. If a man wants to be with you, you are the only person that he can see. He literally, Emily Ratajkowski could be walking next to him. He's not even going to notice her. He's not going to see her because all he cares about is you. All he sees is you. Men have literal tunnel vision for their dream girls. If he is still looking around, if he notices other people, if he likes other girls' Instagram pictures, you are a placeholder. My husband will literally mute some of my friends on Instagram because they're very beautiful models and they'll post like a bikini picture. He will mute them so that that doesn't show up on his feed, so that no one even sees him scrolling and looking at anything that could potentially be not me. Last and most importantly is the effort that they will put in. If you are the dream girl, they will move literal mountains to make sure that you are happy and you are fulfilled in your relationship. If you're the placeholder girl, that's when it starts getting into that nagging dynamic when you're like, why don't you take me on date night? Why don't you buy me flowers? Why don't you hold my hand? Why don't you tell me I'm pretty? It's because his brain literally doesn't think to do those things, so he's not going to do them. When you are the dream girl, he's constantly thinking, how can I keep her? I don't want to lose her. And I say this with so much love because it is not saying you're not good enough, he doesn't love you, blah, 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 blah. It is just saying men are simple creatures. They're looking for this puzzle piece of a dream girl. And if you are not it, do not waste your time because you are someone else's dream girl. You deserve the person that is moving mountains for you, over communicating, who's making plans with you, who's locking you down, who thinks you are literally the be all end all in their life. So let me know in the comments, when did you realize that you were the placeholder, or when you were the dream girl? What triggered it for you? I'm Monica. I share my mistakes in life and love so you don't have to make the same ones. Okay, love you, bye.
When you're a placeholder in a man's life, you're temporarily filling a position until your replacement is found. And I know that sounds horrible and fucked up, but that's the reality of being a placeholder. You're just occupying space until that woman who he truly wants to be with comes along. And that's because you're not a priority, you are an option. Placeholders are never priorities. So here are a few ways to know whether or not you're a placeholder in a man's life. And if after this video you notice that you're going through some of these things, do yourself a favor, block and disappear, because that man is just waiting to replace you. The very first one is you lack emotional and deep connection. And that's because men who view you as a placeholder, they're not going to bother to connect with you. They keep things very surface level, very surface based. The convos, the interactions, they're all extremely superficial. If he sticks to small talk and he dismisses anything that you have to say about connecting mentally or emotionally, you are a placeholder. Another huge sign is that he avoids talking about the future with you, and you've been talking for months now. I'm not talking about a man who you barely met, it's been a week, and he's talking about making future plans with you. That's love bombing, that's future faking. I'm talking about a man who you've been talking to for a while and discussions about the future never come up. Which brings me to my third point. A lack of progression is also another sign that you're a placeholder. If you don't see any growth and you notice that it's really stagnant and it's not evolving or going anywhere, oh yeah, you're a placeholder. Get out of there immediately. If you feel like an afterthought in his life, you're a placeholder. If he's never made you feel like a priority and he always has you at the bottom of his to-do list, puts literally everyone before you, social events, co-workers, friends, family, all that stuff. If he puts all that before you, that's because you're a placeholder. You're not a priority, you're an option. And the most fucked up part is you're just an option who's occupying space until your replacement is found. Let that sink in. And if you're still okay with being a placeholder after listening to all this,
man, I'm gonna be real with you. Sometimes the reason that man ain't trying to commit to you is because he don't see you as a wife. He sees you as a placeholder. He is waiting to find the woman he actually wants to be with. Baby girl, it ain't you. And I know that hurt. But you know what hurt more? Staying in a relationship where you know that man don't want you like that. Every time you ask that man, where do you see this? Where do you see us going? He like, he don't never got a solid answer because you are the person before the person. You are the person that he used to experiment, to get ready for the person he actually likes. This is why this man don't know where direction he wants to go with you, because you are not his future. And at some point, you got to understand that means you are somebody else's future. And you got to exit that relationship, or else you're going to stay in this relationship purgatory with a man that's looking to upgrade you. He is looking to upgrade. And as soon as he finds a woman that actually motivates him to want to wife her, that actually motivates him to do all those things you've been begging him to do, he's going to keep using you. I guess what I'm saying is that man only texting, dating, or in a relationship with you until he finds the person he actually wants to text, date, and be a relationship with. Because oftentimes you think just because you got that man's body physically there with you, that his mind and his heart is. And oftentimes his mind and his heart is on a person he ain't met yet. So what I'm saying is, you know in your pit of your stomach, that ain't your man. That ain't your husband. You know he don't want to be. So how long you gonna stay entertaining a man you know don't want you? When there's men that do. There's men that are ready. Instead, you got someone that's using you as a placeholder. Love yourself enough to never be somebody's stopgap, detour.
You've been with this man for X amount of years, no ring, no opportunity of success together, placeholder. Still cheating, whenever he get good and ready, you take him back, placeholder. Still looking out for this man anytime he need it, placeholder. He's not giving you a reason to give that level of support. So why are you offering that? Why are you being this man's crutch? You're enabling his behavior. You're wondering why he keep cheating on you, why he keep lying to you, why he keep doing this, that, and the third. Placeholder, baby. It got to register at some point. We're too old to be holding the spot down for somebody else. Let that man go find his equal, and you need to find yours. Do not allow a person to keep you in a position in life where you can be elevating because you in love, because the dick good. That's not valid reasons. It's plenty good things out here.
Men will keep you as a placeholder for years. And for this reason exactly. They don't want you, but they don't want anyone else to have you either. Make it make sense? Nobody can. Only a man can. So he wants you around to, like you said, treat him the way that you do. I would bet my life on it that you are doing absolutely everything for that man and thinking nothing about yourself. You're probably doing his laundry, doing his dishes. God forbid you're going 50-50. Girl, don't tell me that. So of course he wants to keep you around, especially if you keep coming back after he's cheating. Sounds like he has the ideal situation, honey. He has a wifey at home and 4 others on the side that you know about. I guarantee you there's more. Check his phone, if you want to cry yourself to sleep anyway. So this is exactly what I'm telling you, and from the mouth of babes. If you want to be a man's placeholder, he will have you around for as long as you let him. Period. He could hate you. He could love you. He just wants you there. He doesn't want anyone else to have you because he knows what a prize you are. You're just not quite right for him. There's like 10% off that those side bitches are getting. So men will give up somebody who is 90% compatible to them, that they like, enough, but they want something else. And they'll keep you around because you are being his dummy and letting him. You have nobody to blame but yourself, and I'm sorry to be so harsh, but the fact that you have not immediately left that man, is you say it's your ex, but I'm doubtful. Said he cheated on you 4 times. I guarantee you went back for a 5th. As soon as a man shows you that you are not his dream girl, you need to leave. And I realize that is easier said than done. I've been people's dummies too. But you need to get some self-worth, get some self-respect, and leave immediately.
One thing I've learned from talking to many men is a lot of you guys will date the women who is the perfect distraction from you doing the inner work that you know is necessary. You stay because she doesn't require growth, and she stays because she doesn't know she's a placeholder. While in this situation, you're still searching for the woman you truly want, not only causing chaos for the woman you're with, but also wasting your own time. You convince yourself that you're waiting for the right one, when in reality, you're avoiding becoming the right man.
I feel as though men who keep women as placeholders are men who are lacking accountability. They are avoiding becoming the man that they need to become to be able to get the woman that they want. So they would rather keep a woman as a placeholder to avoid accountability, to avoid growth, maturity, and to meet the standard of the woman that they really want. And it's unfortunate that they have to drag an innocent person along for the ride when in actuality they could just do the work, invest into themselves to go after the person they really want. So once again, ladies, don't find yourself being caught in the middle of being a placeholder when you deserve to be first place. So thank you for listening. Make sure to subscribe, like, share, and comment. And until next time.